The Lantern of the Enchanted Forest. Deep in a forest where the trees whispered secrets, two children named Leo and Willa were lost. The sun had tucked itself away for the night, and long, spooky shadows danced between the mossy trunks. Willa held tightly to her big brother's hand. "I'm scared, Leo," she whispered. Just when the last bit of light was about to fade, Leo spotted something on a mossy stump. It was an old lantern, made of brass that glowed faintly even in the dark. It looked warm and friendly, as if it had been waiting for them. Leo gently picked it up. As his fingers touched the handle, a soft, warm light bloomed inside the glass. It wasn't a normal light. It was the color of honey and felt as comforting as a hug. The spooky shadows scurried away. "Look," Willa gasped. The lantern wasn't just lighting the ground, it was painting it. A shimmering path of light, like spilled stardust, appeared on the forest floor, winding its way between the dark trees. "It wants to show us the way," Leo said, his voice full of wonder. Holding the lantern high, he took a step onto the glowing trail. Willa followed, her fear melting away like snow in the springtime. The forest no longer felt scary, but magical and quiet. The lantern's light did more than show the path. It danced on the leaves and branches, creating wonderful pictures. They saw sparkling rivers and castles made of clouds. Then a picture appeared that made them both smile. A giant, fluffy bird soaring through a starry sky. "That's my dream," Willa giggled, "to fly." They walked on, and the lantern showed them another dream. This time, it was a little boat sailing bravely on a sea made entirely of twinkling stars. "And that's mine," Leo said softly. "To be an explorer." The lantern's light seemed to grow brighter, and the path of stars led them to a clearing. Through the trees, they could see the gentle slope of a familiar hill and the soft, welcoming lights of their own village. They ran the rest of the way, their hearts full of joy. When they reached their own cozy cottage, they turned to look back. The stardust path was gone. The lantern in Leo's hand gave one last, warm pulse of light, like a friendly wink, and then its magic glow faded away. Tucked safely in their beds, Leo and Willa closed their eyes. The old brass lantern sat on their nightstand, looking quite ordinary, but they knew its secret. It hadn't just guided them home, it had lit the path to their sweetest dreams. And that night, a boy sailed a sea of stars, while his sister flew on the back of a giant, fluffy bird.